right on cue. Looking great here, Katy. We are so excited to have you out here.
Thank you.
That is...
I feel like I'm dressed for the ball.
Very nicely done. So why don't we get right to some questions? I think we have a couple queued up, and as always, please raise your hand up in the air so we can identify you. And
Can I just say this is so exciting?
How cool is this? You really do have to
I think I might be a little bit more nervous for this particular event than the actual show.
There's no way.
I just want to say that. I'm human. Hi.
Well, we'll get to Sunday soon enough, but we do want to have opportunity for a couple questions. And why don't we kick it off with Kevin Frazier from Entertainment Tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, Brian. Hey, Katy, how are you?
Again?
I know, I feel like I'm following you around.
Not Kevin.
Two-part question, though. We're going to get to the Pepsi halftime show, but I know that you have a unique take on Deflategate, so we want to hear that. But while you get to that, while you formulate your answer, I think the only way to kick off this press conference is, since you're the queen of social media, is we take a selfie together, and then you can...
You want a selfie right now? You want to start
right
off the
now,
day with a selfie?
Hold on, wait, I'm coming up.
Come on, Kevin. Here we go.
Kevin, you know this conference is only 15 minutes. All right, hurry up now.
We don't have a clock on you, by the way, so
Great.
we'll go
I have all
a
the
little
time
more
to
than that.
X Pro 2. That's filter. I guess...
Nicely done.
You know, I don't think I'm so much of an expert on the game of football, but I think I can assure everyone in here that nothing in my performance will be deflated.
And that's a guarantee. So we'll go next with our friend Anthony from AP.
Hi, Katy. Anthony McCartney from the Associated Press.
Hi.
After so many of these performances, we've seen controversies about lip syncing and use of pre-recorded vocals. How much, if any, are you going to be relying on pre-recorded vocals, and how much is going to be you on Sunday?
I think we have a very short amount of time to get everything out. We have a huge stage. I'm going to be using a lot of graphic effects. So we have to lay out a layer on the field that is almost as big as the field so that the graphic effects can work. I can't give too much away, so it's a little bit obscure what I'm saying, but I think a lot of it will be live.
We'll go over here to NBC Boston, Nancy.
Hi, Katy. I'm Nancy Chen from WHDH.
Hi.
Good to see you. So we just heard Idina Menzel say that she is cheering for the Seattle Seahawks. We want to know, who are you cheering for?
Well, I was texting with my good friend Russell Wilson the other day. He's actually been able to visit me and see my show. He's a really good friend of ours, and I actually was texting him. I was like, how do you prep for the Super Bowl? Like, what do you eat? Because I haven't really been able to eat the Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies that I love so much, and it happens to be Girl Scout season, which I think is full sabotage. Thank you, Girl Scouts of America. Just because, you know, I want to be in the best shape and form I can, although I have ordered 100 Thin Mint Girl Scout box cookies to be at the house after the show. But he said, I thought it was going to be like some paleo, some protein shake, and he said, oh no, just cheeseburgers and pizzas. That's what gets me running so fast. And I was like, that's not going to help at all. But I love the Seahawks because of Russell, and yeah, I think that I'm going to probably go for them.
But I think you also enjoyed watching Gronk the other day at Media Day. Is that right?
Who's that?
Gronkowski singing your song?
Oh, singing my song, yes. We're in negotiations for him to be my opener on the rest of my tour.
Well, we do have a special guest, Lenny Kravitz, will be with us. So
Lenny is going to be sharing the stage with me. We've worked up something incredibly soulful. Of course, he brings the soul, and I think he's just going to make the night even sexier. And appropriate sexiness, everyone.
We'll go next with Lee from Access Hollywood.
Family fun.
Hi, Katy. Lee from Access Hollywood.
How are you?
Good.
I've never had a podium like this. I love it.
Following through on your fun boy crazy admission, obviously you're friends with Russell, but is there any special player you have your eye on Sunday?
I think I have my eye on the prize, which is just to make sure that my performance is a few things. I think I'm going to play on my strengths, which I think are humor, incredible joy. I think my songs are anthemic, and I just hope at the end of the day that over 100 million people are all smiling in unison. And if you can imagine that happening, I think there's going to be an incredible energy that goes across the world.
Has that sunk in that it'll be 100 million plus just here in the United States?
Sorry?
Has it sunk in that there will be more than 100 million people watching you?
Just in the USA?
Just in the US.
It's not the thing I think about right before I go on, necessarily.
I didn't mean to make you nervous, but
But I'm very excited about this performance. I think that we're all going to have a wonderful, fun, not so serious time. I mean, when I look back at the different performers that I admire, like Beyonce, of course, who brings that incredible strength and sass and flips her hair like nobody else can, and Madonna, who really brought some incredible graphic design and choreography, I kind of wanted to do a combination of both, but I think what I bring is just some lightheartedness, and I will tell you that I think I'm probably the only person in Super Bowl halftime history that will ever bring both a lion and sharks to the show.
lions and sharks.
It's gonna be wild out there.
Indeed it will. We'll go to our next question, Megan Swinkly.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So it's hard to top some of the outfits that you've worn on stage. How long have you been planning your costume, and what can we expect to see on Sunday?
Costumes. Yes, of course. If I have 12 and a half minutes, I'm going to take the opportunity to show off a few looks. I know there are some bets going on out there, so I won't ruin the surprise. I don't believe in gambling, but this is exciting.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been betted on as far as what my hair color is going to be. I feel like, wow, nobody's really ever invested in me this much. This is exciting. I think that it's going to be very colorful. You can always count on my performances to be very colorful. And I have brought in one of my favorite designers, Jeremy Scott, to collaborate with me on all of my costumes that I'll be wearing that night.
We'll go next question, Alicia
All
Quarles.
I'll say about my opening costume is that it's going to be flaming hot. Not the Cheeto.
Alicia Quarles, E.
I did that already.
Katy, you're sassy. Hi, Katy. Okay, two-part question.
I don't take anything very seriously besides the actual performance.
It's all good. Okay, first question. Obviously, we know Lenny Kravitz will be there. You told us you'll have lions and tigers and bears on mine. But a birdie's telling me that you're going to have another surprise guest. Is this true?
This is true. I have to keep some surprises for Sunday. And I'm very, very excited about this guest because I thought long and hard about it and wanted to kind of bring someone back, like a throwback of sorts that definitely needed some more shine. All I can say is that it will be a real female fun night.
Okay, so it's not a throwback. I'll just answer. You know me, I'll say it. It's not a throwback of yours per se. It's a throwback of like old school.
It's a bit old school, yes.
Okay.
But I think when this person enters the stage and when you hear the first ring of the chord, I think jaws will drop and faces will melt. There's just gonna be some melting, like, oh, come on, you're gonna take advantage of that quick, really? I can't give you any expression?
Finally, I've got to ask you.
There will be some faces melted
Right.
when she steps on the stage.
Oh, she? Ah.
Or he or
yeah.
they.
Okay.
Correct? Or he or they.
I said female in Congress.
We'll give you that.
That's not okay. One question, Brian alluded to it, but I got to get to it.
Okay.
So we covered Media Day, and I was asking all the fellas, hey, the ladies are here this weekend. Who are you into? 90% were like Katy, Katy, Katy. So I know you went on game day, and you were very honest about your love for Trevor. You're a single girl. Is there something you have your eye on this weekend?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Katy, I just did an exclusive with Marshawn. It can hook you up if that's what you want.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Thanks for asking, Alicia. Next question will come over here to...
Wow.
We'll go to ABC Phoenix, please.
Hi, Katy. I'm Justin with ABC 15. Can you talk about the artistic control that you've had over this performance and even what you're wearing, how much say you've had in that?
They call me boss lady on the field and off the field. And I feel very honored and very proud am very blessed that I get to play the halftime show at this age. I feel like it's an incredible, humbling, spiritual experience in some ways, because I get to play these songs that, whether I wrote them in the studio or like in an apartment, from, you know, roar to firework, I can tell that I will be playing those anthemic numbers. And I just have heard so many stories along the way of those songs helping people and how they have adopted them as their inspiration. And I think in some ways I'll be performing maybe for the first time for some of these people. This might be the first time that people see me ever performing and I get to play these songs, and to me they're very uplifting. So I just feel like in some ways it's a spiritual experience for me, a little bit. But, you know, I've been designing this show for months with my show director that has helped me on my tour, as helping, and it's a larger than life show, and you know, I've collaborated on the costumes, everything. I mean, there is not a diamond on the shoe that hasn't gone past my eyes as far as coloring goes. Every costume, I sit there for approvals in a seat, and every hair, we do makeup tests. I mean, the whole thing. I mean, like, I am so prepared for this show that I even had time for Netflix the other night.
We'll go next to our good friend, who actually is probably the youngest person to ask a question today. Our good friend back here.
You only have one tooth. I don't kiss people with one tooth.
And we'll let it go with the act, please. We'll go to our good friend Bobby,
Hi.
who is the NFL Super Bowl special kid from our Play 60. Bobby?
Congratulations.
Hi, thanks.
My name is Bobby Center. I'm the NFL Play 60 Super Kid with NFL Rush.
Yeah, super kid.
Do you have to prepare different for the Super Bowl rather than other performances that you do? And if so, like how is it different?
Great question. I've been on the road for almost a year on my Prismatic World Tour. I've done 108 consecutive shows, meaning like I wasn't able to take a sick day or anything, thank God. But it really prepared me and my mind and my body and my focus. I've had to have a lot of self-control over the past year. So I think this opportunity is coming at such an incredible time for me because I'm already in a routine of like prepping every single day and being show ready. That being said, I'm not bringing really any elements from my tour, which is such a visual feast in and of itself. I made a whole different show for this particular halftime show. So we've spent many a months on curating such a wonderful show, and I think that I'm glad that I'm not like coming out of retirement or anything, and that would have been very hard. But I think we're all athletes out there actually on the field, from my dancers to the wonderful kids that we have helping out. We're all very athletic in the show, and so I think we're really prepared.
Thank you, Bobby. Great question. We'll go next. We have a couple more questions. We'll go to Megan from Inside Edition.
Hey, Katy.
Hi.
Girls got to talk just a little more fashion, okay? So I got to ask you a few more questions.
Sure.
Whether it's Daisy Dukes, sparkling like a firework, or my personal favorite, some of your outrageous fruit basket outfits, you always have incredible costumes. We hear one of your costumes needed to be scanned by security. What's that all about?
Oh, the internet. It says things and they're all true, I'm sure. I don't know. I haven't heard about that, but no, nothing needed to be scanned. You know, I think that the NFL and I have a really incredible, trustworthy relationship, and I think that they called upon me because they understand that I understand the responsibility of, you know, the 12 and a half minutes that I get. And I'm not a self-sabotager by nature. And what I really want at the end of the day, if there is news about my performance or some caption, is it for all of it to be about the music and the female empowerment and that everybody just had a great time. So there's never any intention to do anything besides put on a great show.
Does it have anything to do with your entrance or exit?
My entrance and exit are very spectacular. Never been done before, and it's gonna be a great show. The costumes are great. Everything is great. The music, you know, I have a lot of songs to cover on Sunday, so there will definitely be some medley of sorts.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up with a question from Carissa Thompson from Extra.
Hi, Katy.
Hi, Kristen.
So we're talking wardrobe, so of course I have to mention, how do we avoid the dreaded wardrobe malfunction?
Well, I can only control myself. In all things in life, that's the only thing I can do. So I'll be looking out for myself. I've done plenty of fittings. I am working with my costumes on the field already. And like I said, my motivation and my objective here is for people to be talking about the music the next day. Because I hold a lot of pride in my music, and I wouldn't want anything to be deferred from that.
Perfect. And you mentioned a lion and a shark. Are those the only animals? And where is your dog, by the way? I want to see your dog.
Butters!
Yeah, where's your dog?
Oh, she's ready for the halftime show.
She needs to get up here.
Come here, Butters.
Who wants to see your dog? Anybody? I do.
This is
Oh
Butters.
my gosh, look at her.
Come here. Come here. Yes.
She's adorable. Good luck, Katy.
She hasn't been allowed on the field, though.
Well, she should be. She's adorable. Good luck.
Well,
And Katy,
unfortunately, there are restrictions.
we know that you went to school as a young girl here in the area. Whereabouts did you go to school growing up?
Oh yes, it's funny. I spent a lot of time here in Scottsdale. Actually, I went to Paradise Valley Christian School for kindergarten and first grade. I think maybe they showed my picture on the local news. I love making the local news so much, and so I have somewhat of a pride about Phoenix. I said the other day in an interview that I have hiked Camelback Mountain, so I have experienced Phoenix in a way and been here for the summer, so I understand you. And I feel like this is somewhat of hometown turf, so I feel very comfortable here. John Jay and Rich? I miss them too. Hi. I love them.
Well, thank you very much for being here today. More
Thank
importantly,
you.
we're looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. And
I'm so excited. I'm probably more excited than anyone else. I'm very excited.
Well, we'd like to give you
I
this.
can like break this podium.
Go easy. We'll give you this game ball here, Katy.
Okay, is that a prop for a picture?
That is a
Got
prop
it.
for a picture. You cracked the code. Here we go.